Good morning and welcome to the Higher Education Subcommittee for Education and Health Committee. And we are going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Senator Van Valkenburg.
Here.
Senator Aird. Senator Head.
Here.
Senator Pillion.
Here.
Senator Locke.
Present.
You have a quorum, Madam Chair.
Thank you. So we will go ahead and get started. First and foremost, we have one bill that's identical, and that's House Bill 832 from Delegate McQuinn. It's identical to Senate Bill 530 from Senator Jordan.
Recommend reporting. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that House Bill 832 be reported. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Okay. Delegate Torian.
Good morning and thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I'm here on House Bill 713. Madam Chair, House Bill 713 will require public institutions of higher education to develop and implement a campus safety and emergency preparedness training program for students. The training is to focus on active shooter event preparedness and include any supplementary materials as the governing board of each institution deems appropriate. All new students are required to complete the training by the last day of the first academic term and then review biennium by each returning student. The language was done to include students that transfer or start at an institution during the spring and summer terms. It also encompasses institutions that use quarters and modules instead of a semester-style schedule. And the training program may be offered in any format that each institution finds appropriate for their student body.
Thank you, Delegate. Are there any questions regarding HB 713? Anyone here to speak in opposition to HB 713? I assume all of you are here because you love this bill. Okay, all right. Moved and seconded that HB 713 be recommended for reporting. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Committee.
Delegate Ballard.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, members of the committee. So I have House Bill 1373, and it simply allows the Roanoke Higher Education Authority to help fill in the gaps of workforce training needs where our local community college might not be able to. So this is a pretty simple, it's a technical update in the code to allow the Higher Education Authority and the center staff to perform work that other higher education centers are already doing. And really what it is, it's non-credit workforce training that will be aligned with industry needs in the region and will supplement. And that's the key, Madam Chair, members of the committee. It will supplement the work that other education entities are already doing in this space. Our community colleges across Virginia still get the first bite of the apple, specifically in the Roanoke region. This is just going to complement and supplement existing capacity for workforce training in the region. And it's just meant to add one more tool in the toolbox, Madam Chair. That's the bill. It's pretty simple. I do have Kay Dunkley from the Roanoke Higher Education Authority here if members of the committee have any questions.
Any questions of Delegate Ballard? Anyone here in opposition? Moved and seconded that House Bill 1373 be recommended for reporting. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you, Delegate.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Have a good day.
Y'all getting away easy today. Don't expect this often. Okay. Delegate Tater. Okay, not here. Delegate Carr.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Madam Chairman, members of the subcommittee, HB 1133 simply changes Virginia 529's legal name from Virginia College Savings Plan to Commonwealth Savers Plan. The name change reflects the agency's broader mission of promoting overall financial wellness through savings plans for education, disability, and retirement savings, as well as education access programming. The name change has been vetted, so there's no intellectual property conflict in Virginia. It passed the House 98-0. I hope it will be the pleasure of the subcommittee to report HB 1133.
Are there any questions to Delegate Carr? Anyone here in opposition? Okay.
Recommend reporting.
Been moved and seconded that HB 1133 be recommended for reporting. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Okay.
Thank you, Madam
Delegate
Chairman,
Carr.
members of the committee.
Delegate Cole.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the committee. I have before you HB 163. HB 163 aims to assist our higher ed students in the Commonwealth by providing them with necessary mental health assistance. This bill would direct colleges and universities who print ID cards to include a URL for and maintaining a website with necessary first responders, local aid numbers, and emergency services. In addition, the bill suggests institutions to also place a QR code that directs to the maintained web page for those numbers. And this bill would also mandate that the emergency services listed on the web page should be updated as needed and well maintained. So I would hope it would be the privilege of this subcommittee to report to full committee.
Any questions to Delegate Cole on HB 163? Anyone here in opposition to 163? Y'all letting these folks get away with stuff. So, okay. Need a motion?
Recommend reporting.
Moved and seconded that HB 163 be recommended for reporting. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Thank you, Delegate Cole.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee.
Delegate Askew. Okay.
Here's our chance.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the
Delegate
committee.
Askew.
How are you?
You said one.
Today I have before you HB 566, which simply requires that the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, also known as SCHEV, to include at least one non-legislative member and chief executive officer of one of the Commonwealth's historically black colleges and universities to be a board member. This does have an effective date we put on in the House of July 1st, 2026, and I hope to be the will of the committee to move this on to the full committee.
Thank you, Delegate Askew. Senator Boysko had a similar bill, but hers did not specify HBCU. It simply specified a private college, a university. Do you know what the status of what's going on with her legislation in, because does this mean 2 additional people? Okay.
Madam Chair, so first of all, Senator Boysko's bill passed the House, passed the Senate, it's in the House, and then we recently heard as HB 1044, Delegate Rasool, which was identical to Senator Boysko's 159. These, so Senator Boysko, Delegate Rasool, and HB 566 do not conflict with one another at all, so they could go into the code side by side unchanged if those bills all pass. However, to answer your question as to whether this would add an additional member, neither bill changes the required membership of SCHEV. So neither of them changes the language in the code, which requires 12 non-legislative citizen members. So if both were to go into effect, 2 of those 12 non-legislative citizen members, in theory, one would be just a CEO or someone who had been a CEO of a nonprofit private institution of higher education, and one will have been a CEO of a historically black college or university.
Thank you. Okay, we have HB 566.
Yeah, recommend reporting.
It's been moved and seconded that HB 566 be recommended for reporting. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Thank you, Delegate Cole. Thank you, Delegate Askew.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee.
And you're from my region. Okay. Delegate Tater. And I believe you have a substitute.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair.
We need a motion on the substitute. Moved and seconded that the substitute for House Bill 700 be adopted. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. And those opposed? Okay, so what does the substitute do?
So the substitute, first of all, thank you, Madam Chair, and members of the committee. The substitute just clarifies that this bill is for four-year colleges and universities. It was a little vague, and the community colleges are already taken care of, and so this just says this is for 4 years.
Okay, and overall, what does this do?
So HB 700, it just adds room and board for foster kids that are attending four-year college or university. The tuition and fees are already covered, and only about 400 foster kids age out each year, and of that number, only about 3% go to college. This bill has no fiscal impact because it will not impact the general fund because it requires the institutions to establish a waiver program. And so basically, it just changes shall to may, and it provides room and board for foster kids going to four-year colleges and universities.
Yes, Senator Head?
Excuse me, may to shall.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any other questions to Delegate Taylor on House Bill 700? Anyone here in opposition to House Bill 700?
Recommend reporting. Second.
It's been recommended that House Bill 700, amendment in the nature of a substitute, be reported. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I believe that that completes our docket in record time. So we have, I believe, how many more coming to us? We have 11 more, and we'll take all those up next week. So don't expect to be here for 15 minutes. All right, so with that, we are adjourned.
The Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia.